Quick question. Who ultimately created cultures? Well, I would say that God ultimately created cultures. I think he likes culture. You know what I'm saying? It's a simple fact that all the cultures start worshiping all the gods all over again. But ultimately, he made cultures because when he separated the big one, they had to form their own cultures and their own little thing. They just ended up serving the same God because there's a hidden hand behind all of that shit. And then you see that the same thing is happening again. The whole world's being united under the same basic credo that it had the first time, and the reason why he had to destroy it. And he is going to destroy it again. He's just not going to do it by water anymore. That'll be the end of that. Why? Because the water got to be destroyed anyway. I mean, you probably want to understand why heaven got to be destroyed too. Because I don't know what he did to it, but he contaminated it, like in some sense. And the whole thing, like if you think of like an assignment experience, when it go awry like that, you got to torch the whole thing, and torch that in heaven. I don't know. They got infected by something we can't understand. I mean, you could say lies, you could say sin itself. And you know how much God don't like sin. If sin walked there, he might destroy it. You feel me? So that could be what that is. But that ultimately what I was talking about, who created cultures when he smashed up all the continents and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People they had to learn on their own, from their own continent, from their own soil. And the ultimate goal is basically to put Babylon back together again so that they own the known world. That shit's so crazy, but it fits. It fits the narrative. That's why God fractured it. I'm talking about this man moved tectonic plates, boy. In an effort to keep them, you gotta understand, when the world when the world go against God, the whole world, that's what makes it. It's like everybody, like, I mean, at that point, what's God supposed to do? Y'all inherently evil, God. I'm saying what should be his solution? It ain't other solution. I don't know. If your children turn into monsters and there's nothing like you, and not only that, they was infecting everybody else, what would you do? Would you put them down or allow them to achieve their goals? Something you can't stand. Their goals would actually be something you loathe. I mean, what is a guy supposed to do? See, that's what I think happens to people, man. They don't try to think from nobody else's side. They just think from their own. For real, what would you like him to do? What real is he let everybody play out and he let everybody do what they wanted to do. For real. He did that both times. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, the first few million sins, he just doggone killed everybody. No. He let them play that game all the way out till he said, you know what, so weird. And we're doing that to the max. You gotta think about it. This is a heavy achievement. They had to do this to most of the known world to make God move. You've seen them move on some cities too. Just absolute corruption. It ain't just that they just corrupt. It's just the fact that they probably pumping it throughout the world. I mean, like I said, we think about from people vantage point all the time. We don't never think about what he's supposed to do. Just sit there and just let y'all kill everything he made. And he gave free will its run. I mean, in this game, I'm gonna say it's fair. I'm not gonna say that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Free will is just free will. If you come in this world, you live 18, and somebody else use their free will to take you out of it, and God sign off on it, it's over with. But you think that, you know what I'm saying? I would say, dying at an age where you don't understand, but you and God good is not a bad thing. I mean, if you want to go all the way warrior with it, you gotta live the whole thing. But you know what I'm saying? If you get killed, I don't think it's a bad thing when we ain't on good terms with God. But shit, if you're on good terms with God, you can die at any point in time. It really doesn't matter that much. And like God can sign off on it at any point in time if you're good with him. But he keep us in the game because we don't be good with him. And that's what all the chances are for. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think about it from other points of view. I try to think about it from everybody's point of view. But that don't mean that that's going to change right. It's just, I try to see it from that point of view too. I don't see why not. Shit. If you look at it from the Satan point of view, goddamn, this shit is working nicely for him. I mean, you think about it, and don't nobody really think about it because they don't look at it from different people's point of view. If you could create a machine that can enslave all people and tell them all knowledge, then you got it. Straight up. If you can let the same people that practiced on and killed thousands of motherfuckers save your life, that's what it is. It's just, a lot of this stuff is built on trial and error. You know what trial and error do? Especially if people don't have care. You know how many people medicine kill? You know how much, before they knew radiation was killing motherfuckers, you know how many motherfuckers died? Before they knew what radiation was. You know how many motherfuckers died. When they dropped the bomb, they didn't even know the radiation was like that. I don't even think they knew what radiation was till they went to go in and observe and stuff and seeing these people was fucking dying. Or they just wanted to see what it would do. And these are the type of people that you deal with. I mean, at some point it wasn't a name for radiation because it didn't exist. But I will tell you this. You can't say something doesn't exist. You can only say that you don't know about it. Like, and then you can be wrong. All of these are theories. And some of the bases are right, but some of the bases are wrong. I'm saying though, I think it's like real shit. It wasn't that the fact that you are God, you'll be as gods, knowing good and evil. See, you was gods already before in the land of the earth. In the earth, every animal looked at you like a representative of God, because that's what you was. How they gonna all go and be named, and you know they already existed? The question is, did they exist in numbers, or how many was spawned? Shit, you could do it from one, but it could be more. And how would life even materialize like that? For real, we can see the basis of it if you look at like through microscopes, microscopic things like that. But all of that's just a blueprint. I don't know. These people in labs may have petri dish kids and shit. I don't think that this type of knowledge was meant for us. It's the knowledge. See, the crazy part is, I don't think these people, they tell you a lot of shit, but if they was to go deep down in their soul, they probably tell you they shouldn't be doing this. It was just, it's something that they soul would say that no. But we like to be good at our jobs. We like to get a pat on our head. We like money. So it might be screaming, don't do this. And you still go ahead with it. And then you'll say, Lord, what have we done? If you don't get it, he's hijacking Satan's shit. That's what he's doing. The stuff he means, Satan means for bad, the other way is good, but all of this is going to run down. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't meant to last. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they killed all them people, but they can cure you. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is for everything to be like it was. For God's sake, Satan don't even want y'all to multiply no more. In almost every country, they do not want you to multiply. Now, why is that? I'm talking about every country you go to, they don't want you to multiply. They say one thing out of their mouth, but I'm telling you, these motherfuckers put it like a band. See the look. You gotta understand that you think that these people was doing this because they care. No, they knew what kind of reaction this was gonna have. So, that particular one for babies, that's for women. You used to love women. That was your pride and joy at the very beginning of this, the middle of this, shit, even half damn near of this long journey that humans have went through. But they get you, the crowd, to kill your own babies. Now it ain't the king taking the motherfuckers no more. They get you to cry out. What is this like? This is a smack in the face of God, because she loved children at the beginning. Now she hates them. For real. I don't know. I never worked on a field like that, but I imagine at the end of the day, he even fixed the fence and found the horses and did all the shit he was supposed to do that day. He felt proud when he went in that day. Not today. These days, his jobs is all because it's corporations. It ain't even fucking friends. It ain't even fucking family. It's corporations. They turn jobs into like damn slavery, like right out, like that shit is slavery. Cut your hair, do everything I want. The only thing that they did was just switch it to money. And you could say no to that particular job, but most jobs are like that. And most jobs are like that, and then the whole society is built off of money. It's a slavery. It's a slavery in itself. It's just a mental slavery. It's giving you the illusion of choice, saying that you're not a slave. You're owned by whatever government or whatever the fuck state owned. You can't build anything well because they own it. Who the fuck are they? They saying they or you, but you ain't they. How many people decides how big Texas is? And I'm pretty sure that motherfuckers think because they ain't never bucked it. Yeah, that motherfuckers will cut off all your money and all that shit, and if you still want to buck, they coming in. Either that or they gonna get whoever the fuck is elected of that motherfucker to get fucked up and put in somebody else. This shit is built for this. It's built for scandal. It ain't if you think about it, motherfuckers, the shit wasn't connected when they first started. You know what I'm saying? Tribes had their leaders and shit like that. They ain't get to let you pick them out of the goddamn bunch. Why was the leader groomed? So they wouldn't fall for this stupid ass trickery. For real. It's like you're not supposed to. And people that wanted peace, when they seen these motherfuckers get fucked over, they was just like, it was already too late. It was already too late. See, but all this had to happen because all of this stuff has to come to pass. Like I say, God ain't no liar, man. But it's just without even having to touch it for real. You don't have to touch it. He already knew what Satan was going to do. Satan's going to do everything to become him. So there will be rules. It just, when you used to have free will, it really ain't. That shit going to be gone. Grace, mercy, all that shit going to be gone. So whatever Satan bidding is ain't gonna be good, and I'm betting you whatever grace and mercy you get is not gonna be good. Can't be. Like, this whole thing is to enslave us, dog. That really mentally did it, so it ain't nothing but a jump, skip, and a hop. The way we think is fucked up. We literally had to go back and just like reevaluate how we think. We enjoy hurting people more than we do helping them. Helping them is a burden, but it's just the same fact. The only reason that you helping them is because you didn't train them. You only helping them as much as you helping them because you didn't train them. You train them, teach a man to fish. You feel me? I mean, if you think about it, it's just real shit. And who is training them then? The system. Who's their everyday life? The system, the TV, everything else. I personally don't believe children should watch TV. And I'm going to explain this. Why do adults want this? So the child will leave them alone. But you know what the child is doing? Processing information. And he's trying to be like you, and you telling this nigga go sit in front of the TV. Now I'm just saying, if you think about it, they process information. They bugging you because they ain't doing nothing, they bored. You know what I'm saying? If you doing something, normally they try to, whatever you doing, they try to do. Because that's, to them, I don't know why it's like that. But I think that's just, it's hardwired into them. That way they learn from their parents. And what do you tell them to do? You tell them to go away. You tell them to stop bothering you. And you just, I think we quit a little too early. We quit a little too early. See, like, I ain't gonna say quit, but you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna say quit. They quit. But it's just like, if you could get that shit up to about, what do they stop? They be with that shit around about 5 and shit like that. But you should keep going. You should keep going to like 10 and just see what you come out with. Don't tell them, just, you know what I'm saying? Let them learn everything that you know. That's all it really is. And there's gonna be some parents out there that gonna say they shouldn't be in grown folks' business. Well, that depends on what grown folks' business is. You know what I'm saying? If we talk about money, he should definitely be here. If we talking about work, he should definitely be here. So, what is grown folks' business, I would ask you? That ain't business. That's when grown folks having fun mostly. Not business. It don't have nothing to do with business. We should stop lying to them also. It's not like they're gonna stay stupid forever. For real. I would think of my child as being intelligent from the jump. Why? Because I'm gonna put my best foot forward. I'm gonna teach them what I know. I'm gonna crack open some books I ain't cracked open in a while. Why? Because you need to catch up. Shoot, I swear, man. If my girl would let me do it, bitch, we'll turn into some goddamn what they call the motherfuckers that just live with no technology and shit. At least for like, you know what I'm saying? Just for a little while, man. Cause kids, I'm telling you, they picking this stuff up and you're not training them. You're not doing it. I think 13 is a good number. By then, the rebellious age is about to set in, and you know what I'm saying? You good. I didn't taught the motherfucker. Now they gonna make some falls. By the government's rules, they'll still be under your rule for 5 years, but then I would allow you to make more choices. Why? Because I want you to see why I say what I say. Not that I'm lying to you, because I want you to believe me, not them. So if you tell the motherfucker the truth from the jump, you just got more of a chance. Are people gonna lie to motherfuckers? Yes. But they gonna carry them away. You just hope God bring them back. For real. But that's the way I would feel about it. I mean, really, I think 13 is kind of young, but I believe that that's a good point where they start, like, okay, in so many more years, nigga, for real, you're going to be doing this shit. I ain't going to say by yourself, but nigga going to have a lot of responsibility at that point. Because personally, I don't believe families should break up. I do believe what God says, but it's for that reason. That don't mean the families broke up. That just means that it's a new household. It starts all over. And by this, they take up land and space. And they all kinsmen. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about war all around you all the goddamn time. Why? Because that's your brother, your uncle. You marry somebody from their city because they wasn't doing the interbreeding thing. But just the way things used to work was wild. But what has happened is, because I don't know if God wanted the tribes to mix. I don't think he did. I don't know. I know what it was in the beginning. He didn't want them to mix because they was going to take the ideologies of the other tribes. Could be that today. Yeah, and you see that all the time. Just like, you know what I'm saying? No down on Martin Luther King, but it's just like when we did that, we didn't even fully assemble. We didn't even fully get assimilated because motherfuckers didn't treat us equal people, so they didn't fully assimilate it, but our ideologies changed to their ideologies. And we don't think like that. Man, you're talking to people that built cities like 3 times and they burned them down. They burn them down. But they get mad when we burn their cities down. See, that's what I'm telling you. And they would say that their cities is our cities, but no. Their cities are not our cities. We didn't build their cities like our cities like that. I don't know if we built them better, but I guarantee it wasn't like that. And I guarantee these people didn't give them the materials or they didn't have the money to build them like that. Right, you're in their establishments. And it's not me on no. I'm just looking at what the facts are. And it ain't just them. A lot of people don't fail to this ideology. For real. A lot of people serve the state. That's an ideology. I'm not talking about just here. I'm talking about all around the world, man. And see, people don't even understand how this shit gonna come to global. It's already there. It's blueprint is already there. It's just they really just waiting to tell y'all. Because it's already there. We already do everything all around the world. We already do that. It just looks like they're fighting. They're not fighting. It's the Lord of the Rings. One ring to rule them all. And we are all fucked. Straight up. Because as soon as you buck, they're going to let you know. Right now, they playing with you. Why? They're going to keep the matrix going as long as they can. As long as they can keep the matrix going, they can kill more people. It's not going to be as difficult with all the texts and the planes that they got, but they don't even want to leave the chance. So they're just going to keep the matrix going, keep killing people, get the numbers down, get them weak. You know what I'm saying? And Lord forbid, they done got us so used to the power, dog, that they just turn the powers off. Just turn the power off. Turn the cell towers off. There'll be pandemonium in the city. Why? Because don't nobody got morals. Motherfuckers that don't have gonna take. Motherfuckers that do have ain't gonna give. And you're gonna end up with a bloodbath. It's just real. Now, how far I'm gonna make it in that bloodbath, I don't know. I don't know how long God intends on having me live. But I'm telling you what the truth is, folks. Everybody looking at it is some crazy ass. Like, if you look at what God is saying, he's saying that it's going to come to this. Just because it ain't came then. He said no man gonna know the day nor hour. So why do you keep believing these people? And his return, I think, is a little bit further off. I can't say that for sure, but I think so, because they're not finished building their prison for you yet. But they're getting damn close. And the 5G is just the next step. You got them unwinding AI, goddamn hybrid babies, the 5G grid to watch you, and all, man, you don't know what. When you make something out of the laws of God, dog, can you even really say that child has a soul? Or did you just make a meat suit for something to ride? Nah, that's just some shit to think of, because motherfuckers don't think of that shit. And yeah, that shit be like, goddamn. At first they seem like a normal child till weird shit start happening. All the cats are dead and shit. You don't know what the fuck you creating. You create some shit out of God's. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. But my nigga here though. I have brother. I hear that nigga out there talk. Mike out.